Imagine sailing the vast, uncharted oceans where the water stretches endlessly to the horizon. Suddenly, a massive shadow appears beneath the waves, and a serpentine creature with scales that glisten in the sunlight rises from the depths. Welcome to the world of sea serpents. These legendary beings have haunted sailors' dreams and nightmares for centuries, embodying the mystery and terror of the deep sea. In this video, we'll dive deep into the lore of sea serpents, exploring their appearance, abilities, weaknesses, historical background, related creatures, sightings. Get ready to uncover the secrets of these enigmatic giants. Sea serpents are often depicted as enormous, snake-like creatures with elongated bodies covered in scales. Their length can range from several feet to hundreds of feet, making them formidable and awe-inspiring. These creatures are typically portrayed with powerful, muscular bodies that allow them to move swiftly through the water, coiling and uncoiling with ease. Their heads are often described as dragon-like, with sharp teeth, fierce eyes, and sometimes even horns or frills. The scales of sea serpents are usually depicted as shimmering in various hues, reflecting the light of the sun or the eerie glow of the ocean depths. Some legends also describe them with fins or spines running along their backs, adding to their fearsome appearance. Sea serpents possess a range of abilities that make them both fascinating and terrifying. One of their most notable abilities is their exceptional swimming speed and agility. Sea serpents can navigate the ocean with ease, using their long, flexible bodies to propel themselves through the water. This makes them nearly impossible to outrun and allows them to appear and disappear with startling suddenness. Sea serpents are often described as having immense strength. Their powerful bodies can crush ships, drag vessels beneath the waves, and constrict their prey with deadly force. This raw physical power makes them formidable adversaries in any encounter. Many legends attribute sea serpents with the ability to blend into their surroundings, using their scales to mimic the colors and textures of the ocean. This camouflage allows them to ambush prey and evade detection by humans, adding to their mystique in the fear they inspire. In some myths, sea serpents are believed to have control over the elements, particularly water. They can summon storms, create massive waves, and manipulate ocean currents to their advantage. This elemental control underscores their dominion over the sea and their role as its guardians and terrors. Despite their formidable abilities, sea serpents are not without their weaknesses. In many legends, sea serpents can be wounded or killed by weapons, particularly those wielded by heroes or demigods. Spears, harpoons, and swords are often depicted as effective tools against these creatures, especially if they strike vital areas. Sea serpents are frequently vulnerable to magical spells and enchantments. Powerful sorcerers or deities can control or banish them, using magic to subdue their immense strength and abilities. This susceptibility to magic is a common theme in many mythological tales. Like many mythical creatures, sea serpents are often highly territorial. This can work against them, as their predictability in guarding specific areas or treasures can be exploited by cunning opponents. Their fierce loyalty to their territory can sometimes lead to their downfall. The earliest known references to sea serpents date back to ancient Mesopotamia and the Babylonian creation myth, the Enuma Elish, around 1800 BCE. In this myth, the chaos serpent Tiamat is depicted as a monstrous sea dragon, symbolizing primordial chaos in the untamed ocean. This ancient depiction laid the groundwork for future representations of sea serpents as powerful and dangerous beings. In ancient Greece, sea serpents appeared in numerous myths and legends. One of the most famous is the story of the sea monster Cetus, who was sent by Poseidon to ravage the kingdom of Ethiopia. The hero Perseus eventually defeated Cetus, rescuing Princess Andromeda. Greek art and literature from as early as the 8th century BCE frequently featured sea serpents, emphasizing their role as challenges for heroes and symbols of chaos. During the medieval period, sea serpents became a common feature in European bestiaries and nautical maps. They were often depicted coiled around ships, illustrating the dangers of uncharted waters and the unknown perils of the sea. The famous Carta Marina, a detailed map of Scandinavia from the 16th century, includes numerous depictions of sea serpents and other sea monsters, reflecting the fears and imaginations of sailors of the time. sea serpents continued to capture the public's imagination during the Age of Exploration, 15th to 17th centuries, when sailors returned with tales of monstrous creatures encountered in distant oceans. These stories, often exaggerated or based on sightings of real but unfamiliar marine animals, reinforce the mythical status of sea serpents. The 1734 account of Hans Egede, a Danish missionary, describes a sea serpent off the coast of Greenland, contributing to the lore of these enigmatic creatures. Throughout history, there have been numerous reported sightings and encounters with sea serpents, though many of these are shrouded in myth and legend. One of the most famous accounts comes from the Norwegian bishop Erik Pontoppidan in his 1755 book, The Natural History of Norway. Pontoppidan described a sea serpent that was said to be over 200 feet long and capable of sinking ships. This account was widely read and contributed significantly to the sea serpent legend. In the 19th century, numerous sightings were reported by sailors and fishermen. For example, in 1848, the crew of the HMS Daedalus claimed to have seen a large sea serpent off the coast of Africa. The serpent was described as having a long, snake-like body and a head resembling that of a dragon. This sighting was widely reported in the press, fueling public fascination with sea serpents. Geographical hotspots for sea serpent sightings include the coasts of Norway, the North Atlantic, and the seas around Japan. These areas have rich histories of maritime lore and frequent reports of mysterious sea creatures. Modern sightings, often attributed to misidentified marine animals like oarfish or giant squid, continue to keep the legend of sea serpents alive. If you find sea serpents fascinating, there are several other mythical beings from various cultures that you might want to check out. Leviathan is a monstrous sea creature mentioned in the Bible, often depicted as a giant serpent or dragon. It symbolizes chaos and destruction, much like the sea serpents of other cultures. Also known as the Midgard serpent, Jormungandr is a giant sea serpent that encircles the world. It is destined to fight Thor during Ragnarok, the end of the world in Norse mythology. The Kraken is a legendary sea monster of enormous size, often depicted as a giant squid or octopus. It is said to dwell off the coast of Norway and Greenland, terrorizing sailors and dragging ships to the depths. Naga are serpent-like deities found in Hindu and Buddhist mythology. They are often depicted as protectors of water bodies and are revered in many cultures across Asia. So there you have it, the mysterious and awe-inspiring world of sea serpents. From their terrifying appearance and supernatural abilities to their rich historical background, sea serpents continue to fascinate and inspire. We've explored their traits, weaknesses, sightings, and how they compare to related mythical creatures. Sea serpents serve as a powerful reminder of our enduring fascination with the unknown depths of the ocean and the primal fears that lie just beneath the surface. If you enjoyed this deep dive into sea serpent lore, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more explorations into myths and legends. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning.